Hello and welcome to this video series. So we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam 2023. And this time we will have a look at Time Detective 3D. So this game is by Wessie, and let's first have a look at the description here. This is an entry to the Dungeoncrawler Jam 2023, hosted by Zopadan. Theme is Duality. The input keys are W, forward, S, D, E is interact, okay. Tab is toggle map on off, okay. And F1 is restart level, F2 is quit to title screen. Okay, I don't think we... well, maybe we need to restart the level if we get stuck or something. Synopsis. The space station has been placed under lockdown and no transmission has been received. You are tasked to investigate the station and report the whereabouts of the crew members and the reasons leading up to the lockdown. Due to the lockdown protocol, all sectors have been shut down and most of the terminals are inoperable. The crew members experimented with quantum time travel, and this may be the key to solve the mystery. The duality of past and present will determine the outcome. Alright, so this is also a web-based game, so I hope that everything is working. And with that, yeah, let's switch over to a full screen. 1 second. And here we are. Press return to start. Address codes collected, power cores collected, 0. Okay, tutorial. For movement, use the following keys. W, S, A, F. Okay, we had that. Tutorial area excluded. Good to know. Alright, so instant movement. And that works actually quite well. So no complaints regarding the controls. And the perspective is also fine. What I think I would have preferred is if the bottom, if this interface here, if that was just reducing the vision. It always feels like I need to see what's below that, even though it's probably nothing. But there's no harm in just cutting that off from the view completely. So, let's have a look. So we can't strafe, by the way. Q and E is not working. So it's just WASD. And yeah, let's have a look. Power cores. Up ahead is a power core. Collect as many as you can. They are used to energize the quantum energy converter to create a quantum tunnel between the past and the present. More about that in a moment. Some sound would have been nice. I mean, they said music in the main menu. By the way, there's nothing over there. It's just the power core power. Yeah, let's go. Tutorial. All doors require an access code to open. The station is currently under lockdown, and you will therefore have to tunnel to the past to get codes from the terminals. More about that in a moment. For the sake of this tutorial, this door will only open after you've collected both power cores. Power cores. Up ahead is a power core. Collect as many as you can. They are used to energize the quantum energy converter to create a quantum tunnel between the past and the present. More about that in a moment. I think there is music. Yeah. It's just extremely like the volume is much more silent than much lower than the from the main menu. So just to give you because that's also with web, and I have to regulate that over the Chrome volume, and I set that for the main menu to 2 out of 100 so that it's not too loud. And now it's up to 11 or so. So there is a bit of a volume difference. So how can we connect this power core thing? Did I already mess up with the Did I forget any description thing? Ah, yeah, it was E. Okay. Power core extracted. Okay. Open the door. Access granted. Okay. Up ahead is the quantum energy converter. Generates a quantum tunnel to the past. Energizes the converter to explore the station in the past. You have 2 power cores. Use one to see the effect. Press return to come back to the present. You will always turn back to the position you started. Remember to use your power cores sparingly. Well, I guess that means that you're stuck otherwise. This door is a quantum lock engaged on it, indicated by a sign with arrows. Whilst in the present, you can search the station for a terminal that can unlock it. Once unlocked, it will only be open in the past. What? You will need to tunnel to the past to be able to pass through it. Access code terminals are usually hidden behind these types of doors. Whilst in the present, you can search the station for a terminal that can unlock it. Once unlocked, it will only be open in the past. Okay. I'm not sure I got that. Up ahead is an access code terminal. You will need to find the locations for all these terminals to gain all the door access codes. The station is under lockdown and these terminals are unusable. The only way to interact with them is to tunnel to the past where they are accessible. It's quite a bit of tutorial here. Up ahead is a quantum lock terminal. These terminals are only accessible in the present. Access them to disengage a quantum lock on a door. Unfortunately, you will not know which door was unlocked except in the case of this tutorial. There's only one door that has a quantum lock on it. When you enter the station, you will have to explore the past to find out which door was opened. This door requires the access code for level 1 clearance as indicated by the sign. Some doors, although they may require an access code, sometimes have a quantum lock engaged on them as well. This means they can be accessed in the past prior to having an access code. A small arrows sign will be located just under the clearance sign. I think you lost me already. This door requires the access code for level 1 clearance as indicated by the sign. Some doors, although they may require an access code, sometimes have a quantum lock engaged on them as well. This means they can only be accessed in the past prior to having an access code. So, yeah, I mean, in that case, some hands-on stuff would be better. I mean, it will show us now what we need to do, but we got like tons of access denied. Quantum lock disengaged. Location unknown. Extracted. Yeah. Like more like step by step, because now it feels like a bit overwhelming and lots of stuff which I can now not really follow. Okay, that's a nice visual effect. Well, maybe it's a bit too narrow. Access code for sector 1 obtained. Access code for sector 9 obtained. Okay. Power core does not have enough energy to open doors through quantum tunneling. Was there now something which I could only do? So I've got one for 1 and one for 9, but why is 9 not showing up in the bottom? And was there anything which I could only access while in this quantum tunnel thing? With enter I can go back. This was just okay. So we open the door. This one, right? Okay. Welcome, detective. The station is under lockdown and the crew is missing. You are tasked to uncover the whereabouts of the crew and the reasons leading up to the lockdown. Trust you have already completed the tutorial to begin your investigation. Good luck. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I really completed that. Well, any case, I can't go back. There's a big map. Access denied. So this is 4. We have access code to 1. So we can just open these 1 doors already. Power core. This is door 2. Let's have a look. So this is door 2. There's another door 1. There's another door 2. Quantum lock disengaged. Location unknown. I'm not yet sure what this is doing. I mean, yes, it should do something in the past, if I remember that right. But, yeah, I'm still a bit confused. I would need to see more like live examples to see what we are actually doing here now. And it would have been nice to have a compass here. I mean, or a mini map, but a compass would have been enough just to see. Also, we don't have a direction on the map. That's also some little thing which could help a bit with the orientation. Because, I mean, that's obviously not the key point of this game. The key point is this puzzle mechanic of opening the right doors and so on. And probably also to get along with your power cores resource, because if you run out with power cores, you're basically screwed, if I understand correctly. Quantum lock disengaged, location unknown. Right now we can also not... Ah, there it is. Okay, so we have to do that. You are now 2 weeks in the past. And now we have to find where we can actually continue. We need to find an access code, right? Or a key card thing, whatever. This is a door. This is where we were coming from. And this is a dead end. Okay, so we are past that door here. 7. We can't collect that in this time. This is what we need for the sector 2. Now we go back again. And now we can open the doors for sector 2. This one, and there was the other one on the other side. Power core extracted. 7. 3. Yeah, I think with the map could have displayed well, it only shown, well, as soon as you explore it. And also have shown like where which door is, which would probably help. I'm not sure what this is. I think when we got this thing, yeah, the map could have helped with just showing where the doors are to get a better sense of, okay, where do we have still some options left. Because as long as that's not part of the gameplay, like if you don't have to draw a map or so yourself, or like something with spinners or so, right, which only makes sense in certain conditions, like if it's dark, if you don't have a compass. Otherwise, I think you would want to give the player as much information as possible. I don't think we can interact here, yeah. Okay. So we likely need to go there, but let's have another look here. Yeah, now I mean, if the map was showing what I mentioned, you could have just have one look at the map and see, okay, I see everything, I explored everything, I know that there's no solution, without continuing the puzzle. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's cool. It's a bit weird, frozen in time. But very unexpected. Okay. Nice. Okay, we still can't go there. So, where do we need to go? Probably on towards the other side. Somewhere here. Or maybe not. Yeah. Access code for Sector 2 obtained. No, Sector 2, we were already in Sector 2. This was what we were, where we were at before. So we need to find something like that for Sector 3 now. But we need a new unlocked area, basically, which I'm not seeing yet. There it is. Okay, back to the present. Now we have the lock for 3. The key for the lock 3. Okay. We probably need to... Ah, there's a door. 5. Core extracted. 5. Quantum lock disengaged, so yeah. So that means that we need to go back into the other thing. That was this, yeah. You also can't draw on the map or anything like that. Also, this is a good example for a game where you absolutely profit from a good movement. Because you're moving around that much and you're not spending a lot of time in combat. Well, actually, I doubt that there is any real combat. But if this game had like very sluggish movement, which it gladly does not, that would have been a pain in the ass to just walk around. So I think it really does well with this instant movement. I mean, maybe like this very short transitions, for example, would also be nice, but you would definitely need a very fast and very smooth in terms of very fluid movement system. So we need to find where we can know, like, something new where we can go, and that should lead us to, well, probably if we see like tons of doors with the 4 now, probably a key for 4. But right now I lost the overview a bit about. Ah, okay, so this was locked before, and now we got, oh, it's 5, okay. But in any case, we got 5 now. And we go back. You're back in the present. Cool. Alright. So let's go back to the west. Yeah. And there's probably nothing, but I want to just open the door and see that we actually did everything over here. Like, this was for the other side. Ah, actually there's a power core. The game could also just limit you so that you could not go into the other dimension without having an additional unlock, and that way you could not get stuck. And there would not be any way to that you could not continue anymore. Would be rather easy to do. But of course that also means that you would not be able to exit, for example, this time movement thing. Because or you just unlock a new time movement thing, something like that. Okay, so either way, the whole side on the west is basically done, except of, looks like there's a corridor, but there's not. So this is also a dead end. Let's go back. Let's go to the start. There, I think that was 7, but let's see. There's a 4. That's just 4. I think I saw a 7 in the beginning. Okay. Reusing some old keys. Access denied. Okay, we have no reason to go there yet. Six. This has slightly different lighting. Another time 6. So that's most likely something where we would need to go to once we did that. No, this was the previous one. We didn't do anything new. This was, I just went back to where we already were. Nah, I think that was rather pointless. Just confused myself. I think this is the... We didn't really find anything new, I think, to unlock. I don't think that I... Did I open anything with the 5 lock? I think I opened one with 3 and 1. I mean, maybe we have access to something. So this thing is here. Okay. There's the 6. We cannot progress into that direction then. So there's the 6. Okay. There's the 7. 6 is on the top and 7 is here. Can't do anything there either. Okay. And there's another 6. Okay, so we have 3 doors basically where we cannot progress. I think in this area we already saw everything. That would also maybe something which could be... No, actually this is... I'm not sure if this was lighter before. Next time I'm using it, I will have I will look check that. Pay attention. Of course, in this time I cannot use these things anyways. I think this was just for this thing anyways. I will just click on everything again. But right now, so we have this door. It's a, I don't know, 6 or 7. That one, that one. Okay. And then we had one at the start somewhere. Oh, this is a 4. It's also a bit weird that I didn't find the 4 keycard yet, and maybe that's the issue. That we already opened the 4 and I just missed that. I mean, essentially we can use this time thing anywhere, I think. It doesn't matter which node we take. But we will use the one which we haven't used yet, which is this one. So this is still closed. This is also still closed. But maybe Sector 2, maybe I missed the one for the Sector 4, that with one tunneling we could find 2 and not just 1. That was the wrong one. One second. We are over there. So let's check everything in the past now. By the way, I think that's a bug. There's one character running here on the map. That's probably not intentional. That's the 4, which is also still closed. Okay, let's see if we can find something like the keycard for the 4, for example. There's the 7, it's still completely blocked. Sector 2, we already had that. Over here, we got nothing. It's the right side. Nothing, nothing. No. No. Okay. So heading back. I don't think that I missed anything on that side. So I can only try and check if there was anything on the other side I was missing. Sector 3, we already had that. Ah, okay. But just to make sure I'm not missing anything, I'm also checking the last area here again. Yeah, that's it. Ah. Okay, so go back. So we had 2 doors with the 6. That one. What's that? Escape pods. Access denied. But there doesn't seem to be anything. Which is not a problem. We can go to the other lock over here. Disengaged. Of course, we have no idea where this is supposed to be. I mean, that's part of the puzzle, finding out where you unlocked something. Okay. And now we got 4. And that 4 was at the start, I think. Oh, wrong. Mm-hmm. That should be over here. Okay. Disengaged. And now we need to go back into the time machine. And now finally we need the one for the 7. And I mean the 7 door that is no, that's not here. Okay, then I have no idea where to go. That was where we got the 4. I think this is empty. Okay, so this whole area here, this whole wing is unnecessary for us. We had that already. This doesn't open. There was nothing which was locked before. I mean, we can go to the 4, but there's nothing. Okay. And now finally we can go to the door with the 7, which I think was also in the, well, let's call it north. There. Okay. Oh, and they're still alive. Investigation completed. Crew members report a strange entity moved through the station, opening doors and accessing terminals. Crew members felt the entity pass through them at times. They feared for their lives and sealed themselves in the command center and initiated the lockdown protocol. The quantum paradox. Okay. Thanks for playing. That was a very nice loop at the end. Okay, press return to restart. Yeah, that's much louder than the in-game music, so that would need to be adjusted. Yeah, there are just a couple of things where I would say that the interface could be cooler, and yeah, I mean, with the combat, that's kind of a requirement for the jam, so I'm not sure how strictly that would be like enforced. Overall, I like the game. Let's put this combat aside. I mean, if I had to rate the combat, there is no combat, so I can't rate anything. So, right. So, yeah, I don't know how that's being enforced or seen. The perspective is great. The movement is great. As I mentioned, I would just cut the bottom part out, or maybe just make this smaller, use symbols or something. I mean, this is a jam game, so this interface is, I mean, you would usually not use this font for the interface and so on. So this is kind of temporary anyways, but just saying that in that case, if you want to put this big interface in the bottom, I would probably limit the screen to something, the window frame to something on the top. The music and the sound effects, I mean, they were adequate. Pretty what you would expect, I guess. So I mean, there were sound effects for the things which you used and so on. So and the screaming guys, which was also a nice touch. They also generated a nice atmosphere together with the graphics, which also fit the theme, the whole topic quite well. And yeah, the theme I think that was also pretty good with the duality and swapping through and solving this puzzle, and even have the story shown with these fleeing guys, and when you finally go to the room where everyone locks themselves in, that was also pretty cool. And of course, the whole game works from start to finish. There was no issue anywhere. You could complete it. It had actually a nice ending screen. Well, ending screen, like some text with like how the story played out in some way. So yeah, overall, I think that's a great entry. I'm not sure about how we will consider the combat. All right, so that was Time Detective 3D by Wessie. Let me switch back 1 second. Yeah, at least nobody else is mentioned here, so I guess that's Wessie alone, and some stuff will probably be coming from some libraries. Now, of course, the restart level also makes sense, and that's probably something I would work on if I wanted to improve the game in some way. I think it's possible to so that the player is not going stuck and then can't progress anymore. But yeah. There's also besides of that, there's no real fail state because you can't die. So maybe it was seen in some way as, okay, this is how you die. But if you run out of power cores, maybe. In any case, Time Detective 3D by Wessie. And if you're interested in seeing more crawlers, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. Or check them out yourself. You will find a link for that down in the video description. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.